Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Today we're going to be reading some cast member confessions and reacting to them. And this is my first time reading them, but we have little baby Yoda, Grogu here. So we're going to keep them family friendly for his little ears, or big ears. Now before we start, please make sure that you like and subscribe so that we never miss any of our videos. It will make Grogu very, very happy. And let's begin. So the dumbest story I have is about a woman who exited a ride where I worked and discovered wet stuff coming from the sky. The woman came up to me and told me that she didn't like the wet stuff coming from the sky and that I should tell my boss to turn it off. At first, I laughed because I thought she was kidding, which only made her more upset. "Don't they know this stuff ruins people's vacation?" she said. "We have no way of controlling the rain, ma'am. This is Florida and we get quick storms like this in the summer, but it might go away after a while," I said. "What about the bubble?" she said. "The bubble?" Apparently, she thought that all of Disney was under a big bubble and we controlled the weather. I confirmed that there was no bubble and this was the real deal. She walked away insisting that something should be done about it. Wouldn't that be nice if they controlled the weather? Oh my goodness. I guess, I've never heard this before. I guess apparently people think that Disney controls the weather. I mean, Disney controls a lot. I'm not sure how they would control the weather. That's a bit much. This isn't, as much as we love Star Wars, this isn't some sort of Star Wars universe where I kind of think it's possible. I mean, I guess I could put up like a big umbrella to go over all the park, but I don't think we can get an umbrella that big. I worked for Club Disney for a brief time when it was open, so I don't know if anyone knows this, but a long time ago, Disney used to have like this regional like play center thing, almost like a daycare, where you could like drop kids off under 10 and they can play. Didn't really last too long, and they were like, it's like a regional thing, so it wasn't just like at Disney, but the clubs were like, they would change to reflect like certain Disney movies and that kind of thing. I haven't heard of that in like forever. So we had codes used on the radio headsets that were coordinated with character names. For instance, code Baloo meant there is blood that needed to be cleaned up. Ooh, blood in the daycare. One day I'm taking a stroll throughout the club to check on things when I saw a small boy about 2 years old taking a massive poop right in the middle of the play area. Oh God, I worked at a daycare before. It happens a lot, like a lot. It's not one of the perks of the job per se, so I feel for this guy. He sees me, he starts to cry, runs away with no clothing on the lower half of his body. I get on the radio and I can't think of what to say, as we haven't discussed a code for human feces in the play area and a naked kid running around. So I just called, "We have a code poo situation in the we have a code poo situation in the play area and Piglet's on the loose." Oh no. I mean, I feel for this cast member, but I kind of feel for the little kid more, because like, you must be so embarrassed, and then you have like somebody trying to like catch you and your name. Oh God, that's just the poor kid. That's hilarious. That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. All right, next one. Well, I don't think I'm gonna like this one, but I'll read it anyway. When I was working in front of the character line, I saw a Make-A-Wish complaint happen. Who complains about Make-A-Wish? Like, the guy who was next in line shouted, "I wish my kid was dying so that we could skip the line." Like, really? Really? "I wish my kid was dying so we could skip the lines too." How disgusting, right? What ensued was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. The entire line of people who had heard it began booing him, shouting at him to get out of the park, and then a group of about 45 followed him around for an hour, complaining to his face until he couldn't take it anymore and left the park. Now, like, I am like very happy that this didn't end like in some sort of like violent mob, because I don't think violence should like ever be the answer for anything. I would have a really hard time controlling myself for not saying anything. So kudos to those people that took the trash out, per se. Oh my God. So like, this one's kind of about the princesses, and I know like in a lot of the cast member confession videos, you always hear about the princesses kind of being like harassed by some of the guests coming into the park, like creepy uncles, grandpas, dads. There's quite a few of them in here that I can't read. I think this one's probably the most like little ear friendly one, but like, we'll go. Anyway, my sister's friend was kissed directly on the mouth by a gross adult man who took advantage of the fact that she could not break character. She plays one of the princesses, and after collecting herself for a second, said that she didn't think her prince would appreciate it. I don't. Ugh, God bless that girl. Bless that princess. Bless her heart. Because I don't know if I could keep character in a situation like that. I guess this is what separates the face characters from the rest of us, because I can't believe someone would actually do that and think that that was okay. Oh my goodness. I work in Frontierland at Magic Kingdom, and there's this woman who randomly started dancing up in front of Splash Mountain. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. Like, I dance around the park. Poorly, I might add, because I have no rhythm. But, you know, like dancing in front of Splash Mountain. I feel like it's going to get worse, but I'm going to think of it as innocently as humanly possible. Now, normally this wouldn't be an issue, but she was wearing a dress and nothing underneath. She started doing flips and flashing people. Oh, I don't do that. Some of the managers and security tried to round her up. She started running and yelling how her boyfriend was Peter Pan and she was just waiting for him to take her back to Neverland. It was a fun day. Oh, that's a choice. That's a choice. I mean, maybe this lady was ill, and which is kind of like sad that was what happened. Maybe this lady was doing some other things before she came to the park. I don't know. I used to work at the box office, and I had one woman come up and ask for a ticket to Disneyland. She then placed a box on the counter while looking for her wallet. I don't know how she managed to get that box past security. I see a picture on it, and then I see dates and realize that they're ashes. I'm assuming of her little girl. Oh, that's so sad. I had to keep her at my window while I waited for security. It broke my heart, but a lot of people like to dump ashes on rides, and it literally gets vacuumed up at the end of the night. Disney had installed these cameras to pick up human remains, because apparently people take, like, you know, there's always room for one more, 99 Happy Haunt thing a little too seriously. I've also heard that people have changed their baby on the Haunted Mansion, and a couple of moms' kids have lost their shoes on the Haunted Mansion. So I mean, like, weird things happen at Disney. When I worked at Wilderness Lodge, we had a guest that was visiting the Fort Wilderness campground. He stripped down to red boxer shorts outside one of the restaurant windows and then proceeded to run through the campground from security. Somehow he found a backpack, leaf blower, and put it on to continue to escape security. Like, maybe he was trying to blow them away. They finally found him passed out in a utility shed, all curled up to that leaf blower, wearing nothing but his boxers and covered in scratches from the woods. I want to talk to that guy. I feel like there's a really interesting story that went away with that. Like, why the red boxers? Why the leaf blower? Why was he falling asleep? Why Disney? These are all questions that I really feel like they need to be asked. This is a good one. Okay, one more. I was working in the kitchen at Cinderella's castle when this family of 4 came in for their dinner. About halfway through the dinner, the husband politely stands up, taps his glass for attention. He announces that his wife of 15 years had been cheating on him for over a year. The entire place stood in shock. He motioned for the kids, paid the waitress, and left his crying wife at the table. Oh my goodness. I can't, like, I don't even know what I would do in this situation if I was, like, sitting at the restaurant. I'd be, like, that awkward, like, silence. On, like, the one hand, you feel bad for her, because who wants that to take place on, like, a Disney road trip with your kids? And, you know, they're right there, and there's all these people, and I mean, like, the Disney princesses are judging you, and, like, you know they're judging you. Even though they say they're not judging you, they're judging you. And then, on, like, the other hand, like, you feel bad for the guy who wants to be, like, cheated on by, like, their wife of 15 years. But was it the time and place? It's debatable. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching our video. Did you enjoy it, Grogu? Grogu said he enjoyed our video. Grogu also says that you guys should like and subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. Let us know how we're doing in the comments. Hope you have a magical day wherever you are. Take care, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye!